Very good. Any other amendment? No other amendments, Majority Leader. I would like to entertain a motion to close the period of amendments.
Yes, Mr. President. With that, we move to close the period of amendments, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, period of amendments closed.
Second reading? Second reading? Mr. President, good news. Since we closed the period of amendments, Mr. President, we can proceed to second reading approval. With the permission of the body, I move that we approve on second reading Senate Bill number 1506 under Committee Report number 10. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none. Senate Bill 1506 under Committee Report number 10 is approved on second reading. Congratulations, Senator Aquino.
Congratulations to our dear colleague. Just when we placed it under the priority list yesterday, Mr. President,
Yes.
we
And
already
also-
rushed and passed it. We did not rush it, but we passed it.
So to the co-authors, Senator Marcoleta and Senator Cayetano, congratulations as well.
Maybe made a co-author as well, Mr. President, with the permission of Senator Bamakino.
Of course,
measure. Thank
the
you, Mr.
Majority Leader.
Thank you.
All right.
So congratulations once again, and we will have this on third reading on Monday next week, Mr. President.
All right.
Give your second bill. First bill.
I'd like to entertain a motion to suspend consideration.
Sorry, Mr. President. I move to suspend consideration of the measure.
You know, I was Majority Leader before.
I know, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Any objection?
yeah, just to request that I be made the co-author. I'm not sure. I'm checking, so my staff said might as well be sure
Well,
and just
I
manifest again.
I just made you one.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. Thank you, Mr.
All right.
President.
And Senator Pangilinan likewise. All right.
We have two members in the plenary who would like to propose amendments on the first bill on the agenda.
Wait.
Yes, Mr. President.
I did not approve yet. So the motion is to suspend consideration.
Yes, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Majority Leader, you may proceed.
Yes, Mr. President, I move that we resume consideration of Senate Bill number 1482 under Committee Report number 6.
Any objection? Hearing none, consideration of Senate Bill 1482 under Committee Report number 6 is in order.
Thank you, Mr. President. May we recognize, this, by the way, Mr. President, is the bill on the classroom building acceleration program. May we recognize, Mr. President, once again, the sponsor and to propose amendments will be two ladies.
What is
Mr. President.
the parliamentary status of the
We're in
measure?
we're in the period of amendments, Mr. President.
Period of amendments. Yes, Senator
Mr.
Aquino is
President,
recognized.
Senator Padilla is ready, but he's currently praying. So is it okay?
Ladies muna.
Unless we go page by page again, Mr. President.
Well, if the other members who wish to propose amendments are not here, then I doubt if we can go page to page unless. So let us just go senator by senator.
Okay, Mr. President.
No, because you said
Concur.
Senator Padilla once.
Yes,
To
Mr.
amend.
President. He's ready, but he's just currently praying, Mr. President.
Which will be perfect, Mr. President, because
Ayan.
when the amendments
He's
of
here,
Senator
Mr. President.
Cayetano, Senator Legarda, Senator Padilla will be done, we could probably provide a clean copy when the minority leader proposes his amendments.
There are amendments of the minority leader also.
Yes, sir. Yes, he's proposing
Well,
amendments.
we cannot go by page by page.
Yes, sir, Mr. President.
Oo. With better ask the sponsor who he wants to entertain first.
I believe Senator
Well,
Legarda, Mr. President,
But
will be
actually,
going.
Mr. President, Majority Floor Leader, I've spoken to Senator Lagarda. We will make the life of the sponsor easier. So at least between the two of us, my amendments come first. So I will,
Okay.
she has deferred to me just because my amendments come earlier.
So may we recognize a distinguished colleague from Taguig.
What about the committee amendments? Do you have a committee amendments on this?
Mr. President, this is considered individual amendments, Mr. President.
Why? It's a substitute.
Because we had a
bill.
substitute bill, Mr.
All
President.
right. Thank you.
So-
Senator Pia Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. This will be brief. I think I only have 3 amendments. On section 2, on the declaration of policy, on page 1, line 5, after the word learners, insert comma, consistent with the commitment to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. We submit, Mr. President.
Accepted, Mr. President.
Accepted. Hearing no objection. Adopted.
Thank you, Mr. President. On page 1, line 9, after the word nationwide, insert a new sentence. Such measures shall promote sustainability and disaster resilient infrastructure to safeguard the safety, security, and well-being of learners. We submit.
Any, yes,
Accepted,
sponsor?
Mr. President.
Accepted, adopted.
Thank you, Mr. President. On section 8, program management, on page 4, line after line 17, insert a new paragraph. In furtherance of this policy, the PMO shall integrate futures thinking and anticipatory planning in the implementation of the classroom building acceleration program. For this purpose, it shall generate and periodically update forward-looking enrollment projections, demographic and population trend analysis to identify present and future classroom requirements. It shall maintain a national inventory of classroom shortages to guide evidence-based planning, prioritization, and sequencing of classroom construction nationwide. We submit, Mr. President.
Accepted, Mr. President.
Accepted, no objection, adopted.
Thank you, Mr. President. That is all. Thank you
Thank you.
to our sponsor.
Senator Loren Legarda is recognized for her amendments.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would a good sponsor
course.
so kindly accept? I'll read it into the record. Under section 9, page 4, after line 32, insert the following paragraph. All classroom designs under this act shall, where practicable, adopt nature-based solutions, climate adaptive features, and the use of indigenous or locally available materials to enhance resilience and promote sustainable construction. The DepEd shall annually report the extent and percentage of adoption of such design solutions in all CAP-supported buildings as part of its mandated transparency reports. Full compliance with Republic Act 9003 or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act shall likewise be required, including waste segregation at source, the use of environmentally acceptable materials, and the utilization of a material recovery facility established under Section 32 of said Act for the proper sorting, segregation, composting, and recycling of school-generated waste. The IRR shall set out the specific procedures for coordinating with existing materials recovery facilities within the locality, and where none are available, the guidelines for establishing or designating an appropriate facility within the school or school grounds to ensure full and effective implementation of ecological solid waste management. It's a bit long, but this is a
Did you have a copy of that, Senator Aquino?
Yes, Mr. President.
it was
And what-
actually
what does-
it was actually pre-approved by the good sponsor. I just wanted to put it on record, Mr.
Yes,
President.
of course. What did the sponsor say?
Of course, we accept, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
I'm grateful to the sponsor and I congratulate him for this measure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Any other amendments? Senator Robin Padilla is recognized.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo. Para po sa ating bayani ng edukasyon, ito po yung aking mga amendment. On Section 6,
Section
eligibility of proponent.
6. Anong page po yan?
Page 3, line 25,
Okay.
after the number 1991, and a period,
Mhm.
insert a new paragraph to read as follows. Classrooms built under this act shall be considered as zones of peace. The DepEd shall ensure that these classrooms remain as a peaceful and conducive environment to effective learning and teaching. So move, Mr. President.
What does the
Accepted.
sponsor say?
Accepted, Mr. President.
Accepted. Any objection? Senator Cayetano is recognized.
Of course, I support such a worthy amendment. I do have a legislative query. this amendment would technically apply to the classrooms built under the acceleration program. So paano yung ibang classrooms na hindi kasama dito? And you cannot apply it to them because this is a very specific bill. So I don't know how to
Phrase.
resolve that because it's a great amendment, but I'm not sure if this is the proper place. And I do know that there is a policy, if I'm not mistaken, a United Nations policy that makes school zones of peace, no? So yun lang. And maybe we can ask
Well,
the
the
experts.
way it sounds, it's forward-looking.
Yun nga po. So what happens? So parang na-exclude mo yung mga existing schools. So doon sila pupunta, doon sila gegera. Kasi the idea behind this concept is that you cannot conduct acts of violence there. Like, you know, children are safe there. And perhaps the proponent can expound if he'd like. And we want that to be the case for all schools, not just for the schools that will be covered in this bill, Mr. President.
Yeah, Mr. President, may I make a
Yes, Senator Aquino.
suggestion? Maybe, Mr. President, instead of classrooms built under this act, we can say all classrooms shall be considered as zones of peace.
But then let's also ask the expert because that may no longer be germane to the subject matter because this is forward looking on the constructions of new classrooms. I don't know if you can insert a provision that applies. So I don't know. Even though I'm a lawyer, I would like to get the expert opinion on this. Kasi we love the proposal, but we want to do it properly, Mr. President. Thank you.
Ginoong Pangulo, opo, maaari po bang makapaglahad
Okay,
lang?
sige po, Senator Padilla.
Ito pong amendment na ito ay nabuo sapagkat marami pong pagkukulang na classroom sa BARM. Yun po ang tinakbo ng ating pag-uusap at yun po ang pinanggalingan ng mungkahi nito na napatunayan naman po bilang tayo po ay nakipag-coordinate at sumama po sa hearing nitong nung isinagawa po ang hearing ng patungkol po dito sa Classroom Building Acceleration Program, nakita po natin na napakababa po ng eskwelahan namin sa BARM. At kaya po namin naisip ito sapagkat kung ano po yung gagawin ng mga paaralan doon ay iuna na po natin na ipagbawal na muna ang mga madalas po kasi ginagamit ang eskwelahan doon kung saan po nilalagay ang mga military. Cannons po 105, howitzer. Kaya po natin ito inilagak dito. Ngayon, kung nais po natin baguhin yung buong sitwasyon nito, gumawa po tayo ng panibagong batas na sakop lahat. Pero sa ngayon po siguro, dahil nandito na po tayo, wala pong dahilan para hindi natin ilagay ito.
Mr. President, to clarify, I think Senator Cayetano is supporting the amendment and wants to expand the coverage na lahat ng classroom will be zone of peace. Hindi lang yung mabubuo from the cap, no, from this bill. So hindi naman po nagkakataliwas. The question
Yes,
is
that
really
that is the way I understand the
Yes.
point of Senator Cayetano. She is wondering what we can do with the other classrooms that have already been built and that the proposal is forward-looking. Sinasabi nga, pero what do we do with the rest? So, Senator Risa Ontiveros is recognized.
Salamat, Mr. President. In support of the line of discussion between the good sponsor and the gentleman and the lady, ulitin ko lang po yung nabanggit ko sa good sponsor at sa gentleman from BARM and Camarines Norte, yung binanggit ko nung period of interpellation, na in fact, adopted na previously ng Department of Education yung Schools as Zones of Peace na global initiative at framework. So kung useful po yon sa sponsor and to the colleagues, pwede naman pong i-work into yon sa language ng bill. Salamat, Mr. President, at sa lahat po ng colleagues.
Mr. President, may I ask for a 1-minute suspension?
Yes, as a matter of fact, while we suspend, will you check whether that should be on Section 6 or it should be on Section 9? Baka parang mas bagay sa Section 9, bisa Section 6. Anyway, Di ba? Even the secretariat agrees with me. Anyway, session suspended.
Mr. President, I think we have found a more appropriate place for the amendment of Senator Padilla.
Mm-mm.
On Section 2, after the amendment of Senator Cayetano, which ends with opportunities for all, we can include, Mr. President, classrooms built under this act shall be considered as zones of peace. The DepEd shall ensure that these classrooms remain as a peaceful and conducive environment to effective learning and teaching, Mr. President. Will that satisfy Senator Cayetano?
Say, well,
May- Mr. President, just one more.
can we just, no, can we, before you, can we just make sure that we include a line that says, as well as establishing and maintaining all schools as zones of peace? Doon sa declaration policy, covered na lahat, pati yung iba. Di ba ba? Can you insert that
Yes,
line?
Mr. President.
Establishing and maintaining all schools. Damay na lahat.
Okay, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, we can read it as such. So, the amendment of Senator Cayetano ends with
Such
consistent with
measures-
the commitment to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. Classrooms previously built and those built under this act shall be considered as zones of peace.
Hmm? Pwedeng wala na yung
Classrooms lang.
under this
Okay.
act.
Classrooms shall be
Basta
considered
diretso
as
mo na,
zones of
classrooms.
peace.
Oh.
Okay. Sige, Mr. President, ganito na lang po. Classrooms shall be considered as zones of peace. The DepEd shall ensure that these classrooms remain as a peaceful and conducive environment to effective learning and teaching.
Yun. Okay.
So move,
And
Mr. President.
the place you're placing it is on after line 9.
Yes, Mr.
All
President.
right. All right.
But that's where,
Amending.
if I
Senator
may,
Cayetano.
yeah, that's where I think the best thing to do would be to refer to the DepEd issuance, which makes reference to two, if I'm not mistaken, at least two existing laws. Because as to who will implement that, there are already laws that state that. So let's just reference it. So we're not creating a new obligation on the part of DepEd that has already been settled. There are laws.
Yes.
So subject to style, that DepEd, pursuant to DepEd's issuances and existing laws, something like that, subject to style, Mr. President.
Pursuant to the existing
Laws. Existing laws,
Pursuant
yeah.
to the
Because
existing
yung
laws.
DepEd ordinances
Sige.
naman, pursuant din naman
Subject
sa
to style.
existing laws.
What does the original proponent of the amendment say? Okay sa'yo,
Okay
Senator
po.
Davidia?
Basta
what
po
does the sponsor
nakakaganda.
say?
Maraming salamat po.
We accept, Mr. President.
Accepted. As manifested by the Senator Cayetano, subject to style. Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Para po sa pangalawa,
Go ahead.
on page 3, line 26, insert a new section 7 to read as follows. Section 7, income tax deductions for private entities. The provisions of Republic Act number 8525, otherwise known as an act establishing and adopts a school program, providing incentives, therefore, and for other purposes relative to the additional deduction for expenses incurred by private entities shall be adopted as far as practicable.
What does the sponsor say?
Accepted, Mr. President.
Accepted. Any object? Senator Cayetano is recognized.
It's not an objection, Mr. President, but we already have a law that grants exceptions. So may I suggest subject to style pursuant to RA 8525, which is precisely on adopt a school incentives, Mr. President.
That was mentioned, Mr. President, in
It
the...
was mentioned now?
Apo.
Yes.
Hindi ko po narinig. Okay, thank you.
Apo.
So the specific law.
Yes.
Apo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Sa pangatlo po. On page 4, line 2, after the word DepEd and a period, insert a new paragraph to read as follows. In granting approval, the DepEd shall give consideration and priority to project proposals that include a commitment to hiring indigenous peoples for the construction of classrooms within ancestral domains.
What
Accepted.
does the sponsor say?
Accepted, Mr. President.
Accepted. Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Pangulo.
Any other amendment?
Mr. President, let me read my individual amendments.
Okay, good.
On page 2, delete lines 2 to 5. So moved, Mr. President.
2 to 5. Any objection? Hearing none. Deleted.
Mr. President, on page 5, line 2, after the word subject to, delete the phrase the following cost ceilings and replace it with a cost ceiling of 28,000 pesos and then 28,000 pesos in number, in parentheses, per square meter for the construction of classrooms in 1 to 4-story school buildings. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
On page 5, delete line 4 to 22, Mr. President. So moved.
4 to 22.
Yes, because, Mr. President, we have rationalized the cost with DepEd, and it is now at 28,000 per square meter, Mr. President.
Okay.
Roughly the same as this, Mr. President, but easier to
Yes.
understand.
It's easier. All right, any objection? Hearing none, deleted.
On page 5, line 23, change the word ceilings to ceiling. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Mr. President, in response to Senator Marcos's concern about the allowable variances to the cost ceilings, on page 6, line 4, insert a new subsection D to be read as follows. Letter D, the DepEd shall develop costing guidelines which shall include the methodology and parameters for determining allowable variances to classroom construction costs across regions, period. Such guidelines shall consider regional construction material and labor price indices, inflation, transport and logistics factors, geohazard conditions, and other relevant criteria, period. All adjustments to classroom cost ceilings shall strictly adhere to these guidelines and shall be publicly disclosed and subject to audit by the Commission Audit, in parenthesis COA, period. And then renumber the succeeding subsections accordingly. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
On page 6, line 22, after the phrase their corresponding cost ceilings, insert the phrase the costing guidelines. So moved, Mr. President.
Costing guidelines and relevant, etc., etc.
Yes,
Any
Mr.
objection? Hearing none, adopted.
In response to Senator Marcos's concern about possible contravention to RA 12009 or the new Government Procurement Act, on page 7, after line 7, insert a new paragraph to be read as follows. Nothing in this act shall be construed as an exemption from Republic Act 12009, or the new Government Procurement Act, period. All procurement undertaken by DepEd, LGUs, or CSOs under the cap shall remain subject to the new Government Procurement Act, applicable GPPB issuances, and COA regulations, period. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
In line with the suggestion of Senator Marcos, Mr. President, to ensure that LGUs with lower administrative or technical capacity are not excluded from CAP, to insert a new section after Section 12 to be read as follows. The proper section, Mr. President, capacity building support for LGUs, the DepEd shall provide technical assistance to LGUs with lower administrative or technical capacity to enable their participation in the program, and to prevent inequitable access to CAP resources, period. The assistance may include project development support, preparation of plans, and procurement and contract management guidance, period. Next paragraph. Such support shall not exempt LGU proponents from meeting the eligibility requirements for participation in the program, as provided under Section 6 of this Act. So moved, Mr. President.
That comes before Section 13, right?
Yes, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Mr. President, insert another new section before Section 13. Section 13 is on Joint Congressional Oversight Committee. So before that, Mr. President, the proper section number, leasing and acquisition of facilities, The Department of Education is authorized to lease facilities from any public or private entity, and to purchase land and/or buildings for use as classrooms, provided that such facilities are suitable for educational purposes, and are compliant with the DepEd's minimum performance standards and specifications, period. The DepEd shall pay rental fees or purchase costs in accordance with applicable budgeting, procurement, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations, period. Cost ceilings, as determined in Section 10 of this Act, shall be considered in the leasing and acquisition of classroom facilities, period. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted. You will renumber
Yes, Mr. President, move to renumber all the
section.
all the succeeding sections accordingly.
All right, so renumbered.
Mr. President, next, in line with Senator Marcoleta's suggestion on the immediate implementation of the Act, on page 7, line 27, delete the word 90 and replace with 60. So moved, Mr. President.
60. Any objection? Hearing none, adopted.
Also in line with Senator Marcoleta's suggestion on the immediate implementation of this Act, Mr. President, on page 7, line 32, after the word regulations, delete the phrase to implement the provisions and replace with the phrase for the immediate implementation. So moved, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, adopted. Your amendment on line 27, you meant words and numbers, ano? Words and numbers.
Yes, Mr. President.
From 90 to 60.
Yes, Mr.
All
President.
right.
That's
Just
all,
making
Mr.
sure.
President.
No other amendment, but I think Majority Leader, we cannot close because there are amendments to be proposed by Senator Alan Cayetano.
Yes,
Majority
Mr. President.
All
So,
right, so
we can move to have a clean copy distributed to all members, Mr.
yes,
President.
yes.
And
The Secretariat is directed to prepare a clean copy as amended. And then,
Mr.
would
President,
you
just
like to suspend? Yes.
to be clear, Mr. President, we move to renumber all the sections and subsections according to style, Mr. President.
Yes, right.
And, And the cross-referencing of all of the provisions, Mr. President.
subject to style.
So moved.
Yes, approved. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. President, I move to suspend consideration of the measure.
Yes, we suspend consideration of 1482 and direct the Secretariat to produce a clean copy for the proper time.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, may I ask for a minute suspension, Mr. President?
Session suspended for 1 Senate minute.